Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DadVGirls After Hours with my beautiful co-host Sarah Jane, who is just looking stunning today.
Stop it.
Oh, she can't take compliments.
I can't take it. I was going to say it's actually really nice to see you because
Oh, hi.
haven't really spent very much time with you. You've been working until crazy o'clock at night.
I realised that sleep is so overrated. You actually don't need that much sleep. I've been working till about 3 a.m, getting up at 7 for quite a few nights in a row.
Yeah, but you're going to
I've been wasting all my life
No, you're
in
going to
bed.
crash and burn.
Just wasting all that time.
But then I don't sleep properly. I don't sleep when you're not in the bed. So I'm like, can you please come to bed because I'm not sleeping well?
You crack me up, right? Because I like, without going into too much details, there's a lot going on behind the scenes in our businesses, and it's not just like a choice. Like I literally there's not enough hours in the day, so I'm having to stay up till 3 a.m. and just working to get through everything that needs to get done. And then this morning, you're like, okay, this isn't really working for me. I need you to be in bed sooner because
I'm not sleeping.
I'm not really sleeping. I'm
My
like,
aura ring is red. It's like red.
She's showing me her aura ring. She's like, look, I only got 6 hours of sleep.
5.
I'm like, bruv, I had 3 hours of sleep. It's not a choice. I'm working, right?
What it is like, and you would admit, like with your ADHD, you could work until...
Oh, work.
You could just keep working. You don't really have like...
An off switch.
And also when you get fixated on something, like you've asked me recently to come into work beside you to keep you on track because you could continue. So when I'm not with you those evenings...
Yeah.
I'm like, how much is actually really productive and how much is you're just on a bit of a tangent?
Yeah.
Whereas
It's a good point. It's a good point.
So that's why I'm like, I was trying to say like, this week you need
I was just saying, like,
each day.
Just going back to what I was saying though, I'm saying it in a funny way. It was just funny to me this morning.
Yeah, it's true.
Of you being like, you need to come to bed because I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm like, I'm suffering. Like, give me a break. Jeez, like, oh, I need to. How about I just work in bed next to you?
Thank you.
There you go. Solution. There you go.
I'm solved.
But
because you're in the bed, I don't mind. And also because, like, you either work at the office or you work at like David Lloyd, which doesn't shut till 11. You keep forgetting your key. So just as I get settled and into bed, and I'm like tucked myself up.
Oh, it must be so nice.
You're like, I've got a key. I've got to come down, open the door. It's like, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, I do need to really remember the whole key thing.
Yeah.
I'm finding that difficult at the moment. But just going back to what you were saying, you are like, it's funny. This is almost like a little therapy session. Like, we haven't actually had a chance to talk about this.
No.
You are right with my ADHD. And also, I feel like I'm in such a creative zone at the minute.
You are, yeah.
But there is definitely, like, I don't know what the word you'd call that, spillage, wastage. Like, I'll be working on things and I know I've gone too far down this rabbit hole and it's no longer productive. But it's almost like, one, like, I need to try and find a way to recognize it and bring myself back on task, which is why I'm asking for your help. And secondly, I'm kind of like, it's part of the process.
Oh no, I'm letting
you know, like, if you like
notice,
paint
I'm letting
a room,
you be.
you are letting me be.
I'm letting you be because the other thing is, which I know and I recognize with your brain, is that because you are creative and you're a perfectionist, nobody in any part of the business or like can do the right job for you right now. Like he's even become a designer. Like, he's designing the DadVGirls clothes at the moment. Because,
no, that's not true, guys.
Everything, you are. No, in every area, you are.
I don't want people to think that I am the designer.
Okay.
Like, that's not true, okay? But I am heavily involved in every part of the business.
Yes.
I just feel, I don't know how to explain it. And you're right.
I'm not saying
but you're right, though. Like, at the moment, because of how in the zone I am, like, I think people around me are probably finding it hard because, like, it's not like nothing's good enough, but it's like everything could be better. So it's like, I'm not being a dick about it.
No, because even like,
I'm a very nice boss.
Obviously, your PA is my best friend, and
is she my best friend and she's your PA? Or
no.
how the tables have turned?
No, she's not. Well, no, because she's
she's
like,
me.
I feel like I'm doing a bad job at the moment because I'm not helping Joel with his to-do list. He's off on his own thing. I'm like, babe, let
I'm
him
so
be.
isolated
I'm
right
like, let
now.
him be.
I'm like,
She's like, yeah, but I
just
don't
leave
think
me
I'm doing
alone.
my job very well. I don't know if like, I'm like, I mean it like in the nicest way. You're not doing a great job because he's in a way of like, he just needs to do his own thing because like,
I just
even me,
want to
I'm
lock
taking a
myself
step
in a
back.
cave
Yeah.
and just work.
Yeah.
But I'm not always like this though. This is
No, I
very
know.
this is
This
like
is,
a
yeah.
I can't remember last time I was like this. So it's almost like strike while the iron's hot kind of thing. Yeah.
I think it
We're
happened in
working our way through it.
the beginning of Davu, who's
Yeah.
like this.
But
Obviously we've rebranded, so obviously there is a
but
lot
also like I
going
just
on.
feel like if people have been following along with like David and all that kind of stuff, like I feel like if I want to get a little bit like deep, it's been such a journey for us, hasn't it? It's been I can't even explain it in words. It's been highs. It's been like the highest highs and the lowest lows, right? It's brought us to breaking point, to tears, to the point where we go, is this even worth it? Like it's like fashion is like running a fashion brand is such a difficult business, especially when you can't just. We're not just doing that. We're doing other things, and coming from no experience with it, other than just like pure passion,
Yeah.
it's very difficult because you're learning on the job. Like we're not, we're not building up to this. Like from day one, it was a success, but we were still trying to learn what the hell we were doing.
Yeah.
And it's like we then just got to this point where we all just kind of were like, oh, we don't know what we're doing. So like you're trying to bring other people in who are like more experienced or like asking for advice from other people, like people that own brands that we know, like literally just all the time it's been like, someone tell us what we should be doing, because it's like we don't know. But it's like then it comes back to we always knew, we just stopped trusting ourselves.
Yeah.
And that realization and flipping that on its head has now given us the biggest confidence, because it's like I can't even explain it. And I think what I'm trying to get across as well to people watching is I feel like it doesn't matter what you're doing, like there will probably come a time in your life where you might stop trusting yourself, lose confidence in yourself, and think that you don't know what it is that you want to do in life or how to do this thing. And it's like, trust me, it's in there. Like,
Yeah, honestly, running a
in
business is not for the weak. Like,
what am I doing then?
No, it is like fucking hard. It is so hard. Like when you say about that, like I've always been very positive, even like with the highs and the lows. I've always remained like, we know what we're doing. We're positive.
You've always been my anchor in it.
Yeah.
I'm high and then I'm low and then
I'm just like, no, like it's
Just
doing
steady
great.
Eddie.
Like, but then recently, I basically, because obviously, Davu does take up a lot of our time. We have no time. Work. It was becoming stressful. Trying to manage a team.
But also when everything just starts going wrong, like just so much can go wrong in it. Like delays on product coming that you cancel that order because you're not happy with it, or like teams, or just like there's so many different things that can go wrong. So when everything starts going wrong and you've lost the passion for it and you've lost the vision for it, it just becomes a point like, what are we doing? This isn't worth it
I literally
anymore.
started having major anxiety and this feeling of like, I don't think I want to do it anymore. I just want to go back.
That's the first time as well that you felt like that, whereas I felt like a few times. And this time, this is how I was so in sync and like ebbs and flows. Like this time, when you were in that state, I have never been more passionate, excited, or had a more clearer vision for the brand. So it's like I've been able to then pull you through that to then give you like that. Whereas normally it's the other way around. So mad. It's been mad. But yeah, you're right. Like business is the thing is, right? I think
top tips for running a business, right?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No. First things first is, what would be the first point of like business of like, again, trust in yourself and your dream and your reason for doing it. Yeah. Secondly was your employees are not your friends, and you shouldn't employ your friends. And your
Literally,
family.
you just
we
said,
have
like,
a PA.
Bianca is your best friend. So what are we saying? She even needs to stop being your best friend.
No, but do you know that we actually keep that relationship very separate? Like I'm her friend and you are her boss. So whenever
that sounds so, yeah.
But when it is,
no, but it sounds so harsh when you say your employees are not your friends. Like guys, that makes it sound like we're dicks. We're not at all.
No. In what I'm trying to say, and people that would run a business will then all have to learn this, that you have to be business first, because you could always be led the wrong way because you get caught up in emotions.
Yeah, but can I also just say that when we say like your employees are not your friends, it sounds so harsh, but it's actually as much for their benefit as it is for yours.
100%.
Like we slipped into being so like, because that's how we are as people, being so like friendly and just going over the top for employees like in the earlier days, that we actually made it worse for them because we set them up almost to fail because you're not setting expectations. So when we say that, it's like it's not just for our benefit, it's for their benefit. And like, yeah,
and we've had to learn that the hard way. That's
I would say my
say
biggest lesson,
learned it.
My biggest lesson over the last few months is, like I said, like it's trusting yourself, but you have to get crystal clear with your vision and your why. I always thought it was a bit like fluffy, and it's like, no, like let's just get down to the actual doing of the business. And it's like actually taking a step back, figuring out like what your why is for doing it, but also your vision for the brand and what your brand is and what it's not and who it's for and who it's not for is honestly makes every other decision in your business
and what your
so
goal
easy.
is. So like set a 5-year goal, because then when you have a goal in mind, you can easily say yes or no to things in the moment, whether they're going to get you to your goal.
Yeah. If it doesn't lead to the goal, then... But anyway, if you are running a business out there or you're thinking about starting it, like good luck to you. You got this. You got this. Right, so...
And don't do it with your wife.
Well, unless your wife's Sarah, then it's a brilliant idea.
Oh, thanks.
It's been the best thing ever.
Oh, really? I thought you were just going to say it's not.
No, mate, if I didn't have you, this is going to sound so cringe. If I didn't have you by my side, I would have quit a long time ago.
Oh,
so,
that's actually really cute.
Yeah. So you
and there's no gun to his head.
There's not.
He said that like he just...
I mean it. I say it to you all the time.
Oh, you're cute.
So we had all of your sister Emma and Ryan's kids.
3 kids.
3 kids.
Which made a total of 8 kids for the weekend.
Yeah.
I still call Kaci a kid, even though she's now 20. She's not a kid. But
So, mate, honestly, it was easier. It was easier having all of those kids.
So nice. There was no arguments. There was no fighting.
They all just so well. You
played.
know what? The Piggott children are so well behaved. They honestly are. But
also because basically I have them. I go to their house because I stayed on the Thursday and had them overnight at their house. So it was just me with them 3. But it's so nice to see they just really look after each other. They say good night to each other. They say good morning to each other. Like they make sure Logie's happy. Like it's just so cute. They are just such a cute little family.
Where are we going wrong? How do we get that in our house?
Well, I feel like Emma and Ryan are very soft parenting, whereas you and me are very banter. I was thinking this.
What does that... What?
Because like, if I look at like how they are all very soft, like good morning, we wouldn't say like, oh, good morning to our girls.
I do.
We're gonna
kiss them and I cuddle them and I'm very...
If you think of the relationship we have with Kaci and Grace, like the banter we have, like Grace would come in and like smack my butt. Like,
but Grace will also come in and give me a hug and...
Yeah.
You know...
Yeah, but so does Chloe. Chloe now is giving...
No, I'm not... Like, but I'm just saying like as in... More like looking after each other and stuff.
Yeah, but because that's what I'm trying to say. Think of it. Think of that bird's eye view of your parenting compared to theirs. I feel like Emma's is a lot softer than ours.
Yeah.
So they're naturally going to be softer, nicer kids. Because.
But anyway, having all of the kids all together, it is easy. Like it's so easy because they're also entertained and they don't like ours don't argue with each other because they've all got like their cousins there. So like I said to Emma and Ryan when it got back, I was like, to be fair, you guys can actually go away more often because
it's so easy.
Nice having them.
Enjoyable.
And then Emma and Ryan are gonna have all of our kids and their kids at our house.
Yeah.
So we can go away for a weekend. But it's not gonna be till
September.
So
it's literally gonna be for my birthday. We were meant to go this coming weekend, but we're actually going to Marrakesh for the Soul Skin brand trip. So we had to change our flights. So we're now going in September, which is really nice because then we literally land and my birthday's afterwards. So it's going to be a very nice weekend.
I'm so looking forward to that weekend away.
Also, someone that's in Ibiza yesterday sent me a message, brand new restaurant with the most amazing nachos she's ever had in her life. She's like, you and Joel have to come.
Oh my God, I love nachos. Like I have such a weird obsession about nachos and
nachos.
buffalo hot wings. Like literally I'd eat that every single day, every meal. Well, who was it?
Maisie.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. What would your defro meal be?
Nachos, buffalo hot wings with blue cheese dip sauce, celery, extra celery. They never give you enough celery. They give you like 1.5
Weirdly, that's
pieces.
really nice. Dipped in the hot sauce. That is actually really nice.
Oh, extra hot sauce on the side.
Joe is like a sauce guy. He has
He's saucy,
every kind of
My
sauce.
husband is so saucy.
We could be finishing our dinner and he's still adding all his sauces.
Your dad always says that. He always looks at me in awe. It's like everyone's halfway through their meal and I'm still adding. Like, it's like a roast. It's like I want mint sauce, I want cranberry, I want applesauce, I want loads of gravy. I just love sauce. Like, literally,
So go on, carry on. What would be your main meal for defro?
No, that's what I'd eat. I'd eat
Wings
like
and nachos.
loads. Yeah. I don't know, like, there's nothing else I can think of that I love.
And then what
as
would
much
be
as I
your
love that.
dessert?
Probably just like chocolate fudge brownie ice cream or apple crumble with cinnamon and custard.
And what drink?
Like maybe a strawberry mojito.
Mine would be, I'm going to sound like a rat pig now. Mine would be to start nachos and buffalo wings. No, but buffalo, like without the bones in. I like the ones that haven't got the bones
It's
in.
basically just chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but it's still really nice, crispy in the hot sauce, okay? Then I would actually go for a full-on curry. I actually love a curry. The bashwari naan, the poppadoms. I'd have it all with my chicken tikka masala, coconut rice. I'd eat that, and then I'd have chocolate fudge cake, from Pizza Express with their ice cream.
God, you're
A
making
little
me
bit
hungry.
warmed up. With a strawberry mojito on the side.
Actually-
I actually, at the moment, thanks to the podcast, I still don't really fancy alcohol. So
That
maybe it'd be
virgin
a
one.
full fat Coke with ice and lemon.
Oh. Do you know what as well? I'd probably have a matcha as well. Just loving matchas at the minute.
Oh, no, I don't get it. It tastes like dirt. It tastes
No,
like
it
you're
doesn't.
drinking the grass.
No,
Like,
it's so good.
it's so gross.
What was the other thing that I was going to say? Oh yeah, that was it. When you said about curry. So when I get curry and I get the poppadoms, literally like mint sauce, like a whole pot of mint sauce, a whole pot of mango chutney, a whole pot against Sarah's
Onions.
will of
My God.
onions,
his
the onion.
breath. No, the breath.
The
is
onion
so
salad.
bad. That day, the next day, like, and then he's in bed, like breathing on me. I'm like, no, like this is.
Oh,
so
1 minute she can't sleep if I'm there. Next minute she can't sleep because I got bad onion breath.
Yeah, I have to turn you
Make
over.
your mind up.
I have to turn you over. But anyway, can we go back to talking about the kids staying, because it brought up a conversation with Chloe that I think was really cute. So she said to me, because obviously she's realising that the kids haven't got their mum there, and a couple of times Logan was a little bit upset and had to have a cuddle because he missed his mum. So she came for a hug, but she doesn't ever really ask for hugs. So I'm saying to her, like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And she's like, yeah, I just want a hug. I'm like, yeah, but are you okay? And she's like, yes, Mum, I'm okay. I just love you so much. And again, she doesn't just come out with, I love you so much. So I'm like, are you sure you're okay? What's wrong? She's like, no, Mum. But if you was to go away and I had a babysitter, I'd really miss you. I was like, aw. The next day, complete U-turn. She's like, oh, if I had a babysitter, actually, I'd miss Casey first, then Grace, then Dad, then you.
Oh,
I'm like, oh,
perfect.
thanks.
So unnecessary to even deliver that
Thanks,
information.
yeah.
Like no one
She's
needed to
been
know.
thinking about it for 24 hours. Like, actually, if I did have a babysitter.
I really feel like I need to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
Mum.
Like, thanks. Then, obviously, we've moved house and Casey's annex is going to start having its work done. So she'll be moving into the annex very soon. So there's been conversation. So I walked into the kitchen and Grace, Casey and Chloe were all having a conversation. And so much to unpack here. Okay, so I'd had a conversation with Grace about when, again, this is not happening anytime soon, but if Casey had a baby, I'm like, I think she
Why
would
does this
have.
conversation keep happening?
I know. I don't know
You
why.
don't even have a boyfriend.
Because I know I'm not having any babies anytime ever again. So I talk about grandbabies. But I'm like, I think she would have her first baby when she lives there, because it'd be nice for her to have my help, and then she'll move out and, you know, have her own family, have her own house, blah blah blah. It was just like a passing comment with Grace that we were talking
She's like
about.
Rapunzel. She allowed to move out.
Yeah, right. So Grace told that to Casey yesterday. So Casey's like, "What? You think I'm going to live there with, like, obviously I'd be married by then because I'm getting married before I have a baby. So you think I'm going to be married, have a baby here?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "You say it in a bad way." I'm like, "But I lived with my mum for the first like 3 or 4 months of your life, and it was the best thing ever. Like when I woke up in the middle of the night."
We were 18.
Yeah, But still
She's
having your
already 20
mum.
with no boyfriend. She's a few years out from having kids. Do you really
Yeah.
think at 25
Yes.
she's going to be
I
like,
do, because there's nothing better than if you've got a mum that is willing to be like, yeah, I'll help you in the night feeds. I'll help you in the morning. Just knock on the door, bring her in, or him, or I'm assuming it's another girl because that's all we've got. But of course. But then on the flip side of that, so then Grace is like, well, how long do you think you'll actually be in the annex then, Casey? Because then I want to actually get in the annex. So they're arguing
I
over
didn't
the
think
annex.
Grace wanted the
But
annex.
listen to how clever this is, because they're arguing over the annex. Chloe looks at me and says, Mum, I don't want the annex. Can you pass me the house?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? And then they're like, you can't have the house. The house will be then put in the will. Like, and
oh my
then
God. We're
and
really
we'd all have to
planning down the
split it,
road.
right? So I'm like, no, the annex will be passed to Sophie. That's the whole reason. I was like, so Chloe, if you and your family are willing to live in this house and also take care of Sophie, then you can have the house. She's like, yeah, I'll do that. Casey and Grace are looking at me. I'm like, well, that's how it's going to be. That's the forever home of like making sure Sophie number
That's
one
mad.
priority. But so much going on. But yeah.
Yeah, didn't really think about it. Well, yeah, because Casey might outstay Grace, so Grace may never see the annex. But Grace also said that she actually didn't want the annex because her room, especially like when it's all done or whatever, like is such a amazing space that she's got that I don't even think the annex is even like a big
deal.
Yeah. But let's talk about the comments that we've seen on TikTok about us downgrading our house. So we downgraded our house.
We downgraded. We regret it. Like what a shame.
Why did we do this? Why did we downgrade our house? Okay, so the comments came after we posted the moving vlog. In the moving vlog, we didn't really show a lot of the house. Then people were posting like clips of the moving vlog. And then on TikTok, like one comment in particular is like something like, can't lie, they downgraded. That one comment had 4,500 likes, right?
Madness.
And then every single clip that I saw about us moving house, there was always quite a few comments of being like, they downgraded their house. And then they all would have loads of likes and stuff. And then one person in particular really made me laugh because she went, they've downgraded. And someone commented underneath like, I don't know, like, how can you say that? You've only seen like a tiny bit of the house. She went, trust me, I know, I'm an estate agent. It's like, okay, cool. I would love to see the look on her face when we actually posted the house tour. So
yeah, like,
I get why people think it.
We bought a house and not every room is to our taste. There is rooms that we want to decorate. It's just...
No, but also in the moving vlog, we only showed a tiny bit. So the entrance, I've always said from day one, like it needs decorating. It's like it's all wood. It's all like
It feels very churchy, doesn't it?
I said it feels like we're in a church, right?
It doesn't help that there's a big grandfather clock in there as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually match the rest of the house because the rest of the house is actually very modern. But then the playroom is very also a bit like dark and dingy. Used to
be, they had it as a dining room, but I changed it into a playroom, and it's and if you look, like every curtain looks like it's from a very traditional house. There is very mixed match. It is, but the actual house itself is such a massive upgrade from our last house. But I get why people said it, but it's just funny to me how vocal people are and opinionated and how they think, like they're so adamant that they know what they're talking about. So I guess after they watched the actual house tour, they probably changed their opinion. Chloe said that in school she's told her friends that she's got a pool and a cinema room. And she said, Mum, they all think I'm lying.
Oh, bless her.
No one believes that I have. I said, well, that's okay. And I was like, well, let's arrange a play date.
We don't need a play date just to prove them wrong.
Let's arrange a play date.
We genuinely do not need to do this.
So you can have a friend round. Like, no, because...
Tell them to bring their camera.
If you go in school...
And tell them to go back to school and tell everyone that you're not lying.
No, if you go into... If you're...
Babe, you know what they could do? They could just click onto YouTube.
No, I'm not going to start, like...
No, but
in the mum's WhatsApp group.
It only takes one kid to click on and then see, and then they'll know that she's not lying.
No, I wasn't joking, but I'd already planned her play date. But I'm like, it kind of backs her up of that is not nice.
We're doing a tour with the school
at 7 to be like,
right, little Timmy,
lying.
Come in here. What's that? Paul. She's not lying. But yeah, no, it's funny. To be fair, like we were kind of laughing about the comments, and I get it. What we showed at the house did look like we didn't show everything. So
And
yeah,
also, I'm just going to say as well, I'm not in a hurry to decorate each room. Like, we're going to do a room by room of the rooms we want to decorate, because every house we've lived in, we've never fully finished a room. I don't, to the point of like pictures.
it's the pictures on the wall. It's
or
been the bane of our lives. We never
Yeah.
do it.
So
Why don't we just accept that we don't do it?
no,
and just,
because
like,
we
be
are.
like,
We're going to do
"We're
each
not gonna
room.
do it."
If we do each room and we
How
just
freeing would that be?
you just print a couple of pictures that we know where they go.
Every time we do it though, we always do it. It never really looks good. You know, when you go to someone's house and all the pictures just look so good, and like we always do it. When we do it, we do it so rubbish. Like in our last house, the picture frames that we chose were rubbish.
Oh my god! Because we went to IKEA and bought the £1.50,
your dad
£2
hung
plastic
them-
ones. They weren't even. They were like.
Dad hung them in the hallway, and he hung them so high. You would have to like stretch your neck to look at the pictures. I couldn't get my head round why he put them up so high.
It was when he put that mirror up once before, and I walked into the room and I could only see the top of my head. I'm like, Dad, you're not even that tall. How have you even got it up there? I don't even know how. Like.
But yeah, we never like even that like photo collage you did in the kitchen. Like it was all right, but it weren't quite it.
Oh, actually, that does bring me to something. I'm just gonna say thank you, Dad.
Serious.
I do actually appreciate my dad for coming and do these things. No,
just
you need to get better at that. Do you know why?
What?
I've just realised you can't do that. So you would never be the person your girls call for help around the house. They're going to call other people or their father-in-law. We're going to be them in-laws.
I've got to do like a handyman course.
You've got to. I'm telling you, because we're like, you need to be able to be the one that they call, like, oh, Dad, like, can you put this up? Oh, don't worry.
Why don't you be that person? Because they'll call you.
You just got a tool bag from Ryan, so it should be you.
Yeah, but I don't really know how to use it.
I'm going to find a course.
I'm just not naturally good at DIY.
No.
It doesn't come naturally to me.
It probably would if you tried.
I have tried. I've tried to do stuff before.
No, do you know one of our arguments when we were younger, yeah? Because one of the times, so mine and Joel's relationship when we were younger was very up and down. But obviously we had a baby at 18. We lived together. And then we separated for probably a few months, and we had our own places for those months. And then when I came back, Joel had completely decorated the flat. He had pictures up. It felt so homely. I'm like, are you kidding me? The arguments we have over you just making the house homely. Like,
and then you moved out, and I made that apartment so nice.
Not even like a bachelor pad, like homely. I came in like, oh my gosh. Then we got back together. We moved back in together. That was all lost.
Okay, so do you know what? That rings true. Like, as in that rings in my head all the time. Like I vividly remember you saying it, and I still remember it.
Broke my heart. I'm like, why?
But
now
the thing
I've moved
is,
out,
do you know what it is? Do you know what I've realised about me is that I'm either in the driver's seat or I'm in the back, sleep, right? In life, right? It's like, so I've said this even before, like if we go on holiday as a big group, right? I'm kind of like, I'm not in charge because there's so many people there. I just kind of like drift into the background. But when it's like, I know I'm in the driver's seat, it's like I can do stuff, right? So that's kind of like with the house. Like when you moved out, it was like, okay, this is mine. No one else is going to do it. So now I'm going to do it.
Okay, the house is yours.
Well, you got to move out then.
Actually, no.
I'll tell you what, move out.
I'm now worried now because the thing is with YouTube, like you'll now do crazy ideas. You won't just do a room nicely. Before in the old house, I had to talk you and Roland out of putting a slide from one bedroom round into another. Like,
yeah,
he even got the builder round to make when I was out, and the builder's like, this will make your house really cold because it's going to go outside and in. You're
the
like,
builder took me out of it. Sarah couldn't, but.
I'm like, you what? He's like, I had the builder around. Yeah, so actually, maybe not.
Yeah, but I think if you move out for a few months, come back, imagine what I'm going to do with the house. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm fine. Lovely.
No, but the thing is, like, I know that was probably quite hurtful for you when you come back, but it isn't like how you're thinking it is. It's just like, when there's other people around, I don't know, like, I find it hard to switch on that mode where it's like, I would never ever walk into our house and ever think, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna.
You might do though, because you have been very good this house.
Tidying and cleaning.
You even hoovering before the school run this morning.
Give me my props.
Why was you hoovering? What had happened?
Life happens, Sarah. No, you don't need a reason to hoover, Sarah. All right, let me help you out here, okay? You don't need a big mess. You just need to stay on top of it daily, okay?
Oh.
So if there's like a little bit of something, don't wait for it to build up.
I was very shocked to see.
No, do you know what? I don't know what's happened since we moved into this house. Like a switch has like flicked, and I don't even know if I've done it intentionally, but it's gonna sound so stupid. I'm picking up my clothes after myself. No, but I'm not waiting for like a big load of like dirty clothes on the floor every day. It's just naturally coming to me, like little things. Like if I see like a tiny little bit of rubbish on the floor, I'm picking it up. I'm like hoovering, I'm cleaning. I got the mop out the other day. Like I don't know what it is. If it's just like pride in the new house, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it's nice.
all right. I want to talk about this viral video of this girl on a Delta Airlines flight singing Moana. So basically what happened is the flight was delayed. They were circling around the airport in the air. It's like 2 hours or whatever. And there's this video that's gone viral of this girl and she's singing Moana. I think the girl looks like she's maybe like 12 years old. So the way the internet and people on the internet have gone absolutely crazy about this, right? And there's this
I did
huge
see it, but I swiped off it. I didn't even really watch it.
Okay, so basically, she's got a good voice, right? It's not like a bad voice or anything, but the divide, basically, people being like, how entitled it is for her or her mum to think that everyone on that flight wants to listen to her sing Moana, and also that you're kind of setting her up for being bullied, and she's a little bit too old to kind of, like feel like that entitled to be, if she was like 4 or 5, like maybe it'd be cute. So I'm like, I see both sides of the argument, but I think the thing that really blows my mind is just like how opinionated people are. Like people, like adults are making TikToks about this, saying that the mum is like so in the wrong. Like you're teaching your daughter that she's entitled in life and blah, 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 blah.
Some people have too much time on their hands.
The way that you swipe past it.
I don't have the time to watch the TikTok, like let alone make a TikTok about, and it's at the end of the day, it's a young girl as well. Like,
but this is what people are saying. Well, the mum shouldn't have put the young girl in that scenario to basically setting her up to be bullied. Like, my take on this isn't whether or not the girl should have been singing or shouldn't have been singing. Like, there's no clear right or wrong answer. The thing is like how adults, right, can be so opinionated and vocal about this girl. She's a 12-year-old girl. She's singing on an airplane. Like, my God, have a day off. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if you do have an opinion, the fact you go online and voice that opinion blows my mind. It's such a shame because, like, yes, there is like some arguments for like it is quite entitled to basically force everyone to listen to this concert of this girl, right? It's kind of like you can imagine, like, oh, I like the mum, like, I've got an idea.
Yeah, as in like,
my daughter will sing or whatever.
Did they ask the flight attendant? Did she just grab?
No. The flight attendants all like said it's all fine. But I think the thing is like it's such a shame because like in the world like it just feels like such a negative place sometimes.
Although you just said, right, I'm trying to think of it. You said they were in Orlando, so they're going to Disney. So that is quite cute.
Oh, so if it was like somewhere else?
No, but as in like it kind of makes you.
So like if you were like circling London,
2
like,
hours.
Yeah.
And when actually, think of the excitement we get every time we go to Florida.
But if you're circling London, maybe if she was singing like a spoonful of sugar, because like that's related to London. So it's, as long as it's related to the place you're going.
No, I'm saying like as in like it brings back that excitement of going to Disney, maybe. Like most
but
people
I think the thing as well is like basically there's two versions of this story. One is that she sung one song for 3 minutes. The other one is she sung for 45 minutes. Now, if she did sing for 45 minutes, there's no argument.
Two points to this. One, right? One.
I don't believe that version because it's so ridiculous.
No, listen. Would you let one of your girls get up there and sing?
For one song, yes. At the age of 12.
Olivia's what, 10, 11? So imagine if she did. Do you think Emma would let her get up and sing?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd be proud of her. So yeah, I wouldn't think anything bad about it. But 45 minutes, bro. I don't care if that's my kid. I'm pulling them off that mic. That would be wild, okay? But yeah, guys, do you know what? Lighten up in the world. The girl sung Moana on a plane. And everyone's like, she held everyone at gunpoint to listen to her concert. Anyway, that's enough internet for one day. But to be fair, right? You're talking about what about if it's Olivia? What about if it was your family is a karaoke family? What about if it was your dad? Now your dad would have got up on that mic and done a little. He's
my way.
He's very, very good at karaoke, and your sister Emma.
Yeah, I don't think Emma would have.
Your dad definitely would have. But the thing is, do you know what I think is? There's a nuance in all of this, right? And I don't want to say this wrong in a bad way. Two people can do the same thing, and one of them will get a good reaction and one of them will get a bad reaction. And that's all about how they come across. Your dad could get up there and do that, and he would have everyone applauding, crying. Like, he's got that atmosphere about him.
Even
if he sung exactly the same as someone else, if it feels like it's coming from like a warm place of like, I don't know, and if it feels like it's coming from an entitled place, when sometimes people perform and you just think, oh, they're such that entitled, like they think they're just a show off, right? And your dad's not that person.
No, but my favourite memory of Dad singing has to be our wedding renewal. When he sang, everyone was up on their chairs. The napkins were going up in the air, and then all of a sudden everyone was just throwing their napkins at him. It was there. It was the best thing ever. The best feeling. So good.
But, I mean, I've probably said this on the pod before. Sarah has a very, very, very good hidden talent. She's got such an amazing voice. She just doesn't have that confidence to sing.
No.
Why? Because your fear is that Moana girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you're like, everyone thinks like that about me.
I remember years and years, like years ago. One, I think, growing up in a house where where Emma and my dad would sing, they would like critic each other. Like,
you make out like you was brought up with the Jackson 5. Like, you come from a family of like musicians.
I basically should have.
They did karaoke, right? So it's like, it's not that serious.
No, my dad used to do like DJing and discos every weekend, and he would sing. And my dad's been on TV singing. Emma released a song in the charts.
Oh my God, Emma! Did we ever said this before? We must have said this before. Emma had a song in the charts. It was like on the radio. She used to do club performances. She's like Hannah Montana. She has like an alter ego. Like,
it was hilarious. Once they even got her to open a new unit at Kingston Hospital. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna go and cut the ribbon. It was for the chlamydia centre.
Oh no, you're joking. How do I not know this? No, for the STD clinic. Yeah. No, she didn't. Why did we not talk about this on the pod?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Things just pop into my mind. Yeah, she was like, I'm going to go.
At what point did she realise?
When she was there.
They stitched her up. They went, open a new unit. She thought it was like a kids ward or something. Yeah. Oh my God. No, that's so bad. Surely she just should have been like, nah, it's not a bit of me.
No, she was there. She did it.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And we pranked her, like, because we obviously... We
have said this on the pod before. I've remembered, yeah.
Because we pretended that your brother was a big fan.
And he wanted an autograph. So
she was
I feel so bad. She was like really excited, and she
signed a photo and put it on his mantelpiece. Like,
No, she didn't. We go and give it to him.
No, he went in. I don't think so. She didn't.
No. Oh, I thought he was. Anyway, yeah.
But it was funny.
But yeah, no. All of you've got great voices. You got to find that confidence to.
Yeah, no, it's too late now. I
No?
just enjoy music. I have realised like music is a huge part of my life that I actually feel slightly depressed when I don't have it on.
Every room you go into, like, you play music.
Even if I don't have a speaker, it's on my phone. Or
yeah.
From the minute I get up to going to bed, I'd have music on.
Yeah, I have noticed that about you. You love it. I think because we've in a new house, like we've got like the Sonos speakers that go all through the house. So any room you go into, you can play. And it's gonna sound weird. I like to shower in the pool area. Like, I don't know why, right? I just love it in there. Every morning I get up, I go downstairs into like the pool room, not as in snooker pool, as in the actual swimming pool, and I shower in there. And there's got like speakers, and I just love it.
The funniest thing though is that when we first moved in, you were doing that, and then you realised that the previous owner still had the cameras on his phone.
Yeah, we hadn't logged him out.
Naked.
He saw me butt naked showering, singing my heart out. But yeah.
Luckily, I didn't.
What?
Go in there naked.
Oh, I thought you meant see me. I'm like,
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
lucky.
yeah,
Woo, lucky for that.
not the first time. Right, we're gonna play a game.
Yeah.
So if you remember in the other episode, we spoke about the mariachi band. When we had the mariachi band for Casey's birthday, you predicted exactly what I was going to do based on how awkward I felt. And what you said to my sister was absolutely spot on. I did exactly what you said. So we've got a game to see how in sync we are.
We do always win articulate.
We do win articulate. We're so good at that.
I am so thick and I'm so stupid.
Very
when
stupid.
I land on world, woo, I struggle.
Bloody hell.
But somehow we still win.
It's because I can find a way to still get you to say the word even if you don't know what the word is. That's the skill that I have. So anyway.
Oh, it's all about you. Okay, well done with your skills.
I feel like I could win the game with whoever my partner is, but
no, you've tried. We switched and you didn't win.
I'm joking. There's a couple of people in your wider family that I do not want to be teamed up with for that game because I get so frustrated with them. Okay, so this game, the way it's going to work, right? We're going to go on the count of 3. We both say a word, okay? And then we're going to say a word. The next word is going to be based on those 2 words. So say, for example, 3, 2, 1, we say
sock.
Wood. Right? Now, the next word that you think of could be something to do with wood or sock or both or whatever, okay? We're going to try and get 3 out of 5 where we say the same word.
Okay.
Look at me in the eyes. Think what I'm thinking, okay? On the count of 3, we're going to say a word. 3, 2, 1. Nonchalant. No way. No way. Now, that might seem crazy, right? But my favourite word at the moment is nonchalant. And I say it every day.
Oh, it's a nonchalant. Oh, he walks around so nonchalant.
Oh, just look how nonchalant he is. Like,
I'm like, have you just found yourself a new, as ChatGPT giving you this new word? Like, ChatGPT, give me a new word for the day. Nonchalant.
No, I get fixated on words. Another word that I went through a stage with is prerogative. Like, well, that's my prerogative. Like, just any reason to say that word. Okay, we need to go again, okay? So, okay. I can't even think of anything. Ready? 3, 2, 1, book. No way. No way. I'm not even joking. We've not practiced this. We have not practiced this. This is a joke. What is going on? They're not even nothing to do with the previous word. What is going on? This is mental.
Oh my God.
There's too much pressure now. No, I can't. There's too much pressure. I can't. I just want to quit while we're ahead. We're not going to keep this going. Okay. I have nothing. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Candle.
Microphone.
Oh.
Okay. I knew it.
I was thinking mic, but.
Why didn't you say it?
Because I just thought, change it up.
All right. So what we're supposed to be doing is now finding a word somewhere between mic and candle. I don't know. 3, 2.
No, wait, no. I need a second.
I mean, there's nothing in common with a mic and a candle, so just think of anything that even comes to your mind. 3, 2, 1, lighter. Why didn't you say anything? Nothing came. Okay. So we got one more go. We need to get this. We started so strong. One more. We have to get this, otherwise we don't win the game. Okay, ready? I don't even think of anything. Like, don't think of anything we've even said. Just. Oh, come on, just lock in, Sarah. Lock in, okay?
Okay.
No, I've got nothing. 3, 2, 1.
Ring.
Hat. I was going to say ring. On my life. No, I'm not. No. Why did I? On my life, I was going to say ring, and I thought she won't say ring. On my life, I just wish I'd done that. I was going to say ring.
Okay, well now we got ring. No, I can't do it in this.
Alright, just go anything. 3, 2, 1, watch.
Oh, I was going to say that as well. Do you see my lips?
I literally saw it. Why didn't you say it?
Because I was like,
we're taking that one. She was 100% going to say watch. I saw you go, whoa. All right, cool. I'm saying we won it.
Okay.
My God, we started off so in sync. Do you know what? That's the thing. What did I say earlier? When you stop trusting your gut, things go wrong. I should have gone with ring.
I do actually know, like, a lot of times what you would say, what you'll do. Like, I think I've really got to know inside your brain, which is a very hard thing to do.
It's a complex subject.
It is.
Joel's brain.
They're like
dissect it.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on to Council Couch, okay?
Okay, here we go.
So, guys, remember, if you want to send in whatever you're going through, nothing too serious, send it in to at DadVGirls Pod on Instagram, or you can comment on the YouTube video, whatever you want to do. And we will try our best to give you our expert advice.
It'd also be good as well to get like some embarrassing stories in there, some funny ones. It might bring up some stories of us.
I love ones where it's like, as well, like we're really on the fence. Like, it's like, oh, who's right, who's wrong? Like, who's really like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We obviously are experienced. We are experienced as husband and wife. We can give couples advice. We've been together
20 odd years.
Oh my God. We are parents of 20 years. And what else can we give advice on? Business, a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but I did say this every day. I'm like, we've been parents 20 years. Like, I'm so done with the park and soft plays.
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously, I'm still doing them because I have Maddie. But whenever it's like, oh, what we're going to do today? Like, and then let's go to the park. Yay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sort of.
Once I'm there, we enjoy it because we actually had a really nice time at the park the other day. But I am like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I'm still doing this pattern of like soft plays.
I think Maddie's just right at the beginning of her life. Like, we've still got so much other stuff to do that we've done over and over again. Anyway, moving on. We love it. We love it.
Moving on.
How long? So this is from Ebony. How long before my partner should introduce me to his family? We have been dating for 25 years. I can imagine. We've been dating a year and a half now and are thinking about moving in together. Whenever the conversation comes up, he gets extremely awkward and uncomfortable. Is this a red flag? Should I be worried? But if things were going badly, he wouldn't have been the one to suggest to move in together. Do I address this further, or should I let it go and happen naturally? Now, Ebony, being a woman, you won't let it go. So let's just push that one to the side, shall we? Because that's not an option.
There's people that haven't met their in-laws till the day they get married.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
That's like, you got to, yeah.
But like,
you're signing up to.
What I need to feel like, I need to unpack here is like, what is his relationship with his family? In that year and a half, is he seeing them regularly and he just doesn't take you? Or does he not really see them?
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal to him. And that's why it's awkward, because he hasn't got that relationship.
We've actually had one of these before, earlier, when like last year, we had one of these. So there's a few things to unpack here. One, he has another girlfriend that they do know about. Okay? Highly unlikely. Okay? But it's there. No. I think what we said with the last one is kind of like, what's his relationship like with his parents? It might not be about you. It might be about them. If his parents could be embarrassing, they could be like liabilities. Like, you know, like some people have parents that aren't really good parents, and they could be embarrassed to be like, these are my parents. Like, you might not want to stay with me if you meet them. I don't know. Or he might just be like, not really that bothered. Like, some men are just very nonchalant about the whole thing.
Oh, there we go. There's that word.
But it's his prerogative for when.
I would say let it happen naturally. The fact that he wants to move in.
I think just bring it up. It doesn't need to be like a big serious conversation. Just be like, is there something that's stopping you from introducing me? Because like, it'd be just good to know. Like, is it just you feel like time's not right? Is it just find out? Have the conversation.
Yeah.
And see what's what.
And then let us know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Did he have another girlfriend? No, joking. Listener comment of the week is from, I want to say Shanae.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Sarah needs to put a swear jar in place for Joel, but his is a to be fair jar. 20 minutes in and money would be rolling. Do I say that a lot, to be fair?
Says I say that a lot.
To be fair, you do. No, do I actually really say that a lot? The thing is, now
I don't recognise it. I can do a nonchalant one at the moment. As
Casey,
your producer, yes.
Oh, our producer right on the screen. As your producer, yes.
Do I say it as well?
Because really? Do you know what? We should actually, can we do that on the next, on another episode? Can we actually have a jar, or I do a shot every time?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
We'll do something, because I need to like bring it to my attention.
No, because my sister said that I say it a lot, and we went out for afternoon tea for my mum's birthday, and once she then said it in the beginning of the day, I said it, but then I found myself like, oh my gosh, I'm saying it again. I'm like,
oh my
to be
God,
fair,
I'm so unaware. I didn't even know that was a thing that I said this.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's Sarah's thing? I feel like Sarah says something Or is it you just say to be fair as
Yeah,
well?
I say to be fair. I think.
Casey, I remember when Casey went on a few podcasts, like we went on the Bags and podcast and stuff, and people were saying like she says like
Yeah.
I think I say it as well. Do I say like
I
quite
don't
a lot?
know.
She says like every other word, but you can't help it, can you?
Mm.
It's just like, to be fair, it's such an easy thing just to throw in there.
It's nonchalant.
Guys, comment below or send us a DM. We always want to know, what are the things you want to hear us talk about? What do you want to hear us talk about more? What do you want to hear us talk about less? Less about this? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Any guests that you want on? Like, we want to start getting another guest.
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I think that's it.
I couldn't persuade my mum to come on, so that's a no, because everyone keeps saying my mum, but
she don't want to come on.
she don't.
She ain't into it.
No.
But yeah, that's all from us. So
Thank you, guys.
we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.